Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good Monday morning. Sorry for the delay. Man, I had technical difficulties this morning. My camera wasn't working. I don't know what was happening. I had to go and call the IT department. And they had to come in and work wonders. So basically, I had to turn the computer off and turn it back on. But that's neither here nor there. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, and I welcome you all to See You in the Morning. What that is just my horrible idea to get up in the mornings and tell too much of my business. You know what I mean? That's all that it is. I ain't got nothing else to do but let what happens in my house not stay inside my house. And that's what happens on this show. So if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have watched this show before, you found it not robbery to come back and watch it again, thank you. I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. And I like that. Today's a semi-holiday edition. You don't never know what you'll get on today. Today is a holiday that doesn't really know what it is. Depending on who you talk to is what today is. You talk to some people, today is Columbus Day. You talk to some people, it's Indigenous People Day. You talk to some people, it's just Monday. I don't know what it is. So a lot of people are off work today, though. A lot of people are off work today. They did similar to what the Dallas Cowboys did last night. They just took the day off. They just was like, we're not even going to show up for work. So today's a good day. So if you are watching, let me just explain to y'all how this thing works. First thing I do in the morning is I speak to people. If I ain't sleep with you, I'm going to speak with you. So I'm going to come on here and speak to the people who say good morning to me first. And they get the M&Ms, the mythical metals. It's metals that you can't use anywhere in the world, but you feel the pride of knowing you're one of the first three people to speak. Starting with the bronze medal, which is going to Franita, getting the silver, and apparently in a bad mood today, is my man Denzel. Don't call me Training Day Glover. Good morning, Denzel. And the gold this morning goes to Crystal Purnell. So gold goes to Crystal, silver to Denzel, bronze to Franita. Also here this morning is Ida. Good morning, Ida. The Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Lisa Bazemore Bishop, Eminem, Michelle McKinney, also known as 24/7. Will Burder's in here. Katrina. My good friend Tony Fogle. Dolores Lewis is in here. JD, don't call me Martin Luther the King is in the building. The one and only Steve Edward Cummings Jr. in the building. Dorothy, good morning. Tanya, good morning. I got to call her Dr. Fields Hines. I apologize. Nicole Lewis and Bosick is in the building. T is in the building. Kimberly Drive Too Far Tucker in the building. Trouble is here this morning. Big Dennis is in the building. Lakeisha is here. And Monica, my cousin Holloman, is in the building as well. That's what the MS stands for. And Yvette is here. The Lisa is here. It's on chilly Monday morning. Today is a nipple hardener. It's a little bit chillier than it normally is. It's not necessarily cold. It's just that our bodies ain't used to this temperature yet. It's 50, 60 degrees outside. It's officially autumn, at least for today. It's officially autumn. Y'all know how the weather is. Let me look at the weather today. The weather this morning, 46 degrees. That's cold. 46 is legit. 46 is legit. Good morning, Crystal Michelle. 46, it is legit ice nippled. It's a titty bit nipple outside. So today is worth it. Now I know people all over the country have already turned their heat on. That is the question for houses all over the country. Have you or have you not turned your heat on? Is it officially turn on the heat? Turn on the heat. Light some candles. I don't think this is turn on the heat weather. I'm in here right now. As always, doing the show, no draws. I mean, no pants. I got on draws. But I can tell it's a little bit chillier than normal. I got the shrinkage. It's a little bit of shrinkage going on. I look down and I notice some shrinkage. You know, that's how you can tell. Me personally, I don't turn the heat on until I go full turtle. If I don't go full turtle, then there's not gonna be no heat on in the house yet. No. See, so what happens is a lot of ladies don't know, but you know, a man meat is also a good thermometer. You know, it tells you what's going on in the air. You know, when it's nice and warm outside, he's free. He comes out like a turtle. He's all the way out. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? It's got a little Stevie Wonder going on to him. Hey, how are you? But as it starts to get a little bit colder, he tries to slide back in towards the thighs. You know, try to slide back in towards the thighs, and it can be intimidating. It can also, hurt your self-esteem a little bit. You look down and you notice, you're not going in full package. So, he goes in a little bit, goes in, he starts the Kanye shrug. So that's what I do. I walk around the house in the morning and just see what the temperature is based on him, see what he does, whether he's in or out, am I outie or any? That helps me determine what the weather is. I think women are quick. I think women are quicker to cut the heat on than men. We'll deal with it. We'll just put on something extra. And I think this is a beautiful time of the year, ladies. A lot of y'all ladies got them sexy robes. Put them robes on. Some y'all got them full wool robes. We think you look nice in them. Put that robe on, walk around the house a little bit. And even if you got stuff on underneath the robe, it's the imagination for us. Once you put the robe on, we feel like there's nothing underneath the robe. Let that happen. Put your robe on. Now, some of y'all got those robes that you've been holding on to for multiple seasons. The Old Faithful. That old faithful pink polka dotted robe. Those ones that keep you together. Still got all the little lint balls on it. Feel like you can just run your clippers on it and just do it. Put that robe on. Put on something in the house. That's what my mama used to do. My mama did not believe in cutting on the heat. I tell my mama it's cold. She tell you to put on a sweater. Put on more clothes. She'll have you put on more clothes before she'll cut that heat on. When it's that little bit of chill in the air in the house, to me, you put that little bit of chill in the air in the house, it makes you enjoy your bed just that much more. That little bit of chill in the house, you put your little blanket on, you don't want to get up. You be like, oh no, I can't go out there. No, not out there. It's cold out there. When it's cold outside, girl, tell me who are you holding? You put that little chill in the air in your house, that's nice. You want it almost to where you almost feel homeless right in the house. Right in the house. All right, Monday, I used to get you a space heater and an electric blanket. That's all you need for days like this. If you're old school, if you really, really old school, when it starts to get a little chill in your house like this is when your grandmama start baking. You start trying to figure out why she always putting cakes and pies, and she made all that stuff in the oven. She heating the house. She cut that oven on. That's gonna heat the whole house. She's gonna go ahead and bake something so that the whole house. See, that's what I do this morning. I get up, bake me some bacon, whole house be heated up. Yeah, I learned the tricks of the trade. When we was poor, we ain't had no heat on. We just open the stove up, period. Just like cut the stove on, open the stove, let the stove heat the house. It will work. I got a whole fireplace in here that I ain't never used. I don't even know how to start using it. I've already decided there ain't gonna be no wood in this house but mine. And that's it. That's all. Weekend recap, man. I always recap my weekend. And I put a post up, and I guess the post was cryptic because people either wanted to hug me or fight. So I gotta go and explain. I had a good weekend, man. I had events. I had all gigs this weekend. All gigs. I'm starting to learn the difference between a gig and a show. A gig for me is when I'm part of somebody else's pre-planned program. It's just a program, and then I come in and I do a little something. That's more of a gig when I can just kind of show up, be out. A show is when people have actually come to see me. When they come to see me, then that's a show. Or if I'm at a club or something, and that's all that's happening is the comedy people see. But a gig is more when I go to something and I kind of show up in it. So I had a lot of gigs this weekend. The pay can be about the same, but it's just different, you know? So start off Friday, man. So shout out to the Judeo Christian Outreach Center in Virginia Beach, Virginia. They had a fundraiser. They're trying to build a new building. They build centers for the temporarily displaced. I think they're trying to move away from the word homeless. So the temporary displaced, they do a lot for veterans. So they already have one shelter. They're trying to build a new shelter. And I think they said they need like $15 million to open that shelter. So they decided they were gonna have a fundraiser. And they had a comedy show in that fundraiser. That was it. They had a dinner, an auction, and a comedy show. They gave the people a little comedy in the middle. So it was myself and another talented comedian by the name of Joy Julian. We went up, did comedy at that show. It was great. It was a very, very Mayo audience. Very Mayo. There were a few chocolate sprinkles throughout. So I guess since we had chocolate sprinkles, it was a very marshmallow audience. Very marshmallow with a few chocolate sprinkles. And they were fantastic. They did amazing stuff. They did some things that I think people need to learn when you're doing fundraisers. A fundraiser don't mean you don't spend any money. A lot of times I see people in the community, whether it's a startup or churches are famous for this. They say we want to have a fundraiser, but they don't want to spend any money. That's not what a fundraiser does. A fundraiser doesn't say we don't spend no money. We just try to take in all of it. No, you spend some money and the product you give earns you more money, right? So they spent some money. They had it at a beautiful hotel. It was at the Westin Hotel in Virginia Beach. And it was beautiful. They had the room was beautiful and nice. They had an open bar, and that was the smartest thing you could ever do. They had an open bar. They were just giving away liquor. They're like, come get your liquor. Come, ye thirsty hearted. So we all came, and everybody was getting drinks, and they was getting nice, right? But they had a plan. They knew the more you drank, the looser you'd get with your wallet later. Because later on, they had an auction and they were taking bids and they were getting people to be like, hey, we'll get this money, right? So everybody was drunk. They were just drunk. And I knew it was Judeo-Christian, but they were like, Jesus turned water into wine. Why can't we? And so they was giving out the wine and everybody was drunk and the food was mediocre because it's a hotel. Hotel food ain't never going to be good. If you go into a hotel, a banquet in a hotel looking for good food, you're in the wrong place. You in the wrong. It's gonna be eatable. It's gonna be edible. It's gonna be edible. So they started the tickets at the tickets to the thing were $150 a person. So first and foremost, that was a lot. So I told them people, if you can afford $150 a ticket a night, you can afford the $20 to come to my show at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone happening the Sunday after Thanksgiving. That's what I tell everybody. It's the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Tickets available now at vb.funnybone.com. So with $150 a ticket, they I'm gonna get to that in a second, LaTroy. I seen your baby mama there. $150 ticket. They raised, I don't know how many. I think they needed a raise that night. I think they needed a raise like 100,000 that night, and they got that easy. They had a silent auction that was winning money. Then they had a live auction. I had never been part of a live auction at all, and it made me uncomfortable at first because it just kind of reminded me of slavery. Even though I won't there for slavery, but I figured that's probably how slavery went, like slave auctions, but just auctioning. So they was auctioning, and they started, for example, they had tickets to a Virginia Tech football game, not the Cowboys, not the Redskins, Virginia Tech, the Hokies, the college team. They was on the fifth day. They got a parking pass, and they started the bidding at $4,000. They started the bidding at $4,000. I was like, yo, it's crazy in here. So that was like $150 a ticket. They had like 400 people in there, and they started bidding at $4,000. They gave out 2 hotels on the beach. Those both went for like $3,500. Like, it was stuff you could have just bought. I was like, $3,500, you can go rent that house. But they went ahead and paid for the package because they understood it's a fundraiser. So those got like 3,000-4,000. Then this one lady, she was just so drunk. She was like, I just give y'all 5,000 more. I'm gonna just give y'all 5,000. I got it. Just 5,000. They were just giving away money, fundraising, smart, right? So then I left that. That was Friday night. Got up early Saturday morning. I was supposed to be doing some adopted spot, cleaning the streets. But I've stopped doing that now because rumors had got out. People had saw me out there cleaning the streets. So people thought I was on work release. But it won't work release. I'm out there, part of my organization, helping clean the streets, getting the dirt, the trash up off the streets. You'd be amazed what people throw out their car windows. But I'll be out there getting the trash about the street. But I skipped that, and I went to Old People Bingo. It's a very nice nursing home, waterside nursing home in Norfolk or Virginia Beach. It's on that cusp. And go in there once a month and play bingo with the residents. I almost said play bingo with the inmates, but they're not inmates, even though they can't break out. But that's a whole different story. We'll play bingo with the residents. I end up being the caller. And let me tell you something. You don't know pressure until you calling bingo for an old lady in a wheelchair. You don't know pressure like that because they got stuff on the line. Like if they win bingo, we get them health and beauty stuff. Usually we got lotions and soaps. Sometimes we'll have like some little earrings, some little trinkets and things like that. But you don't know how hard it is calling bingo when they about to win some body wash. When they start to win that body wash, they go ham in there. You ain't called my number yet, young man. It's not me. Blame my balls. It's not me, ma'am. Blame my balls. My balls aren't doing what you want them to do. It's not me, it's the balls. And you got to tell that old lady. You got to go tell them how to do it. I'm reading they get mad if you ain't calling their numbers, if you're not saying them loud enough, if you ain't going fast enough. You keep trying to be slow because you figure they old people, but they be like, look, we win. We can do this. This bingo. We here for it. B15 me, please. B15 me. And for some reason, B15 wouldn't come out at all. When B15 finally came out, they were like, finally, young man. I was like, hey, ma'am, y'all. And they get in there, and it's hard. Old lady, I see how women feel sometimes because old lady compliments can kind of make you feel uncomfortable. You mighty handsome. Wait, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. First off, no. Second of all, you over there, somebody come wipe her mouth. Again, you mighty handsome. You still in your prime, ain't you? I'm like, hey, ma'am. Stop it. I don't feel comfortable with what's happening here. If you ever need me, room 201A. Wait, what? I'm not coming to room 201A, ma'am. I'm never. It's never gonna get that bad. I will just die. I will die a virgin before I walk by room 201A. I'm gonna tell you that now. if you ever need anything at all. I'm like, well, I don't need anything. I don't. If you, I just got me some new lotion. If you wanna rub it on me, no, I don't. Somebody get her. Somebody get her. You want to come see what's underneath the pen, huh? You ever want to look inside the pamper? No, I don't. I don't. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they will rub you. That's the problem with the older people. They gonna rub you. Come on over here. Come on over here. Look at you, handsome. Look at you, strong and mighty. No, that's Jesus, not me. That is try him. Try Jesus. Don't try me. So that was that. That was on Saturday morning. I did that. Then Saturday evening, I had the opportunity to host an event with First Baptist Church South Hill in Chesapeake. Their pastor, Reverend Tolliver, is retiring. His last day is the last day of the year. So they went ahead and had the retirement banquet now, which is difficult for me. Because if I'm retiring, but I ain't leaving for 3 months, once y'all have my ceremony, I'm out. I don't know if I'm gonna give you what I got no more. If I'm retiring, my last official day is the 31st of the December. Y'all need to have my retirement banquet on the 30th. Because once you get my banquet, ain't no need for me to work no more. Ain't no need for me to work no more. I'm done. But it was beautiful, man. It was an excellent event, man. 900 people, 900, almost 1,000. They had all them people there, man, dressed to the nines. Everybody was dressed beautifully. Yeah, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was hosting, so I just did that. The immaculate Donnie McClurkin was there. Yeah, Latroy. So first of all, Latroy, I need you to just let everybody know. See, people are gonna be confused because you come on here, you talked about your husband and also your baby mama. That's gonna cause some people some level of trepidation. They're not gonna understand exactly what's going on. But Latroy has both of those. Latroy has conquered every mountain apparently, so he's able to do it all. But yeah, your baby mama was there. Your baby mama was there. She was lust worthy. She was worthy of lust. She was dressed well. She was dressed well. I know you don't care, LaTroy. That's fine. But it was great. And I got to work with Donnie McClurkin. And I got to work with Donnie McClurkin. So that was great. And I had a myriad of feelings, man, because when I left, I walked off and people were very, very complimentary. And so that's very hard for me. You know, I don't deal well with compliments. Me and compliments don't really get along. And so I was having a hard time dealing with the compliments. I can take insults easily. Me and insults get along. But when people start complimenting me, I don't really know how to do it. And LaTroy said that's Auntie Donnie. And I'm not gonna call the man Auntie myself personally. I'm not gonna say that, but I mean, let me show y'all Donnie. Donnie was Donnieing. That was Donnie right there. That was Donnie. He was there. So big shout outs to Donnie. Chev, I don't know why I don't know. I didn't sing with him. Now, if anybody doesn't know, I have a parody to one of Donnie McClurkin's song. So everybody was all amazed and going in and singing the goodness of God when he started singing "Great Is Your Mercy." And I just started thinking about I have a parody to that song. So I started laughing. So I seemed like the devil when he was singing. I don't know why I have a hard time with compliments, Chev. It's just this is not me. If you want to make me squirm, give me compliments. I watched that pastor have people come up person after person talking about how good of a person he was and this, that, and what he's done and how he did this and how he did that. I can't do it. I cannot. I can't deal with it. I can't do it. I have the hardest time with stuff like that. If somebody's coming up and it's weird, I was leaving and I was walking to my vehicular, and as I was crossing, a lady came running up on me, and I didn't think I owed her any money, and I also so immediately I yelled out, "That's not my baby! It's not my baby!" But she ran up on me, and she was like, "My mother-in-law drove 5 hours to be here, and she said you made it worth it." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." So it's crazy. Then her mama drove up in the car. And she was like, "I had a game a long time, and Molly loves something, blah, blah, it was a good time." And I was like, okay. And so, like, a lot of times at events, if you ever see me at an event, a lot of times, yep, great as your cooking. Yes, Karen is amazing. And I ain't even trying to front. We did it better than Donnie and them did it that night. It was great. So we was like, when we, thank you, Lakeisha. I'm gonna go ahead and block Lakeisha at this point. So we were like, a lot of times if you ever see me at a show or a gig like that, especially if it's a lot of people, I'll just stay backstage. I won't even come out till I think everybody gone, just so I don't have to hear people tell me I did a good job. It's really uncomfortable. I probably need to go to some kind of counseling and have that dealt with. But me and compliments don't get along. Now, if y'all can come out there and talk trash, I'm all for it. And that's my wheelhouse. I'm comfortable there. I know how to respond. I will end this live, Chev. I will I will come back because I know how to respond. I know how to respond to insults. You know, I got a litany of them, your mamas and all kinds of stuff of that nature. But there's nothing to do when somebody's saying something nice other than stand there and look like an idiot. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, so that was Saturday. So here's how life is humbling, right? So I had Friday, there was about 400 people at that show. Saturday, I got about 900 people at that show. I'm not dealing with this, LaTroy. Sunday, I had a friend of mine's parents called. I'm actually shutting off my comments. So I won't be watching any comments. If you got any comments, I won't be hearing them. I've turned my comments. I can't even see them no more. They're gone. A friend of mine's mom and dad called. My friend's dad is a pastor. And so they had a pastor appreciation. She called. She was like, "Hey, you come to the church?" And she was like, "How much is it going to cost?" And I told her. And then after she passed out and regrouped, I said, "But for y'all, because I love y'all as a family and whatever, I'll do it for whatever your church can afford, whatever y'all can afford." And so she told me that this was the amount. And black people have trust issues. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what y'all are saying. I've turned my comments. So I want y'all to know that. So if you're commenting for nothing because I turned my comments. So I can't even see them. Church people have trust issues. They do. I gave her an amazing discount. She still called her son to see if it was a discount. She was like, "He charged us this much. Is that a good deal?" He was like, "Not only is that a deal, that's a steal. Y'all need to take it." So I went out and did a brunch for them. And so that's how life will humble you. It'll keep you humble. I did a show with like 400 people. My next show was like 900. And that show Sunday morning was like 25, maybe a hot 30. But I still got to give them the same energy that I gave the 900. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't fault the 25. I got to give them the same energy that I gave the 900. So that was great. And it was a pastor appreciation for my man, Pastor Earls. So shout out, Pastor Earls. You are appreciated. And that's my weekend in review. Then I came home and watched football. I realized the Denver Broncos are a bad team. And we lost. We found ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And as soon as that was done, I was able to get into my happy place watching the Cowboys lose. I don't know what it is about watching the Cowboys lose. And to see them lose the way that they lost, oh, what joy is flooding my soul. So that was great. I had a good time doing that. But over that was my weekend in review. That was my weekend in review. Did all of that. That was it. That was the weekend in review. So we had a good time. Watching the 49ers beat up on the Cowboys the way that they did. When Dak Prescott went colorblind, it just completely forgot what team he was throwing it to. He just was saying, like, it's a guy. I'm going to just throw to a guy. And that was rough at a certain point. So that was good. But that was it. So here's my thing. Here's my money motivation. I'm getting out of here. So a lot of times, man, we let our outside influences dictate where we're going in our lives. A lot of times we like, listen, outside influences dictate what we do in our lives. But I realize the people who reach their greatest height, the people who have the most success, the people who find the most joy in what they do, don't let outside factors dictate what they're doing. If you're truly doing something that you love, that you enjoy to do, you're not worried about the outside factors. We got to find a way to have the success, to have the joy in whatever we're doing, regardless of what's happening on the outside. So whether I'm doing a show for 900 people or 9, because I love doing what I do, we got to let that reflect in whatever we're doing. And that's where the joy, that's where the satisfaction of you doing what you do comes from. So it doesn't matter about your outside influences. Sometimes we are waiting for people to validate what we're doing. I say, if you do it to the best of your ability and validate it within yourself first, the validation from other people will come later, and the validation from other people ain't even going to be that important to you. Start doing whatever it is that you do to the best of your ability to satisfy you. I don't care if you clean gutters, man, get those gutters as clean as they possibly can be. Whatever it is that you do in life, whatever your thing is, satisfy you first. And you satisfy yourself. You do it for your own satisfaction to the best of your ability to make you happy. And then the outside validation ain't gonna matter, because you're gonna have a joy that's a little bit different, and people are going to see and notice how great you do whatever it is that you do, and then that outside validation is gonna come. But I want you to be happy in whatever it is you're doing. And if you're doing something right now and you can't find a happiness in it, if you're doing something and you can't find a joy in it, I challenge you to go find what it is that brings you that joy. Life is too short, and none of us going to get out of this thing alive. So go out there and find what it is that God has destined you on this earth to do. I hate for you to go, I hate for you to die, and I hate for your purpose and your passion to die with you. Whatever your purpose is, whatever your goal, let that go ahead and live out in this life, and you die empty. That's what I'm asking, Lord. Let me die empty. That's one of the reasons why I refuse to have sex, because I'm going to empty out. I'm going to be empty. But whatever it is, man, don't let that die. Die empty. Leave this earth empty. Whatever your goal is, your passion, your purpose, find that thing, run with it, man. And I'm telling you, even the struggles during that time ain't going to be as struggling. Even the hurdles, man. If you watch hurdle runners, they enjoy jumping over the hurdles. You're going to find out that when you start running your race, even the hurdles are going to be fun in the race. It might be like a steeplechase. It might be a heptathlon. You might have to do 5 different things. Sometimes you're going to find yourself running a long distance. Sometimes you're going to be finding yourself jumping. You might have to throw a little something, but you're going to have a good time doing it, man. Make sure you do it. God's put you on this earth to do something. Find that something, get into it, and roll with it. You're going to be all right. Don't worry about them outside people, man. Them people ain't got nothing. They ain't going to never make you happy. They ain't going to never make you happy. We can ready to get out of here, man. I'm going to go ahead. If you know a Cowboy fan, man, just say something nice to them. Send them some flowers. Do something. They had it rough last night. They had a rough night. Being a Cowboy fan last night was like first night in prison. It was rough. It was rough, and they didn't know where it was all coming from. Not only was it rough, they didn't know where all the hits were coming from. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We'll be back here tomorrow, man. We're gonna do this all again. Remember, go to vb.funnybone.com. Get your tickets. Come see me live at the Funny Bone Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny man, coming to you and making you laugh again.